Hey guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to this episode of Learn This Deck with the awesome, gorgeous Dreaming Way Tarot. And today it's actually my favorite card, the High Priestess. I love this card and I totally love how she's been depicted in this deck. So let's have a look at the card story. First off, we have the environment, right? In the background, obviously the same like the magician card, we have this sort of pattern, but the color scheme is really intense. It's like sea green and little yellowish, and it's brilliant. It's something that makes me think of I don't know, deep waters somehow, like the subconscious or something. Anyhow, so that's the environment, and I definitely love the crescent moon symbol. We know it stands for intuition and inner wisdom, and it's all about the feminine instinct. But then I'm kind of jumping the gun a bit, sorry. So next, let's look at the person. We have a very cute looking girl sitting there, and she totally reminds me of this Korean actress called Yuna, who I adore. She's cute, and this lady also kind of reminds me of her. And then we have her wearing a top hat, and in this instance, I feel that the top hat represents wisdom. It represents someone who is really very stylish or elite, or who somehow is on a higher level of existence. I don't know, that's her entire outfit, the dress, and it sort of conveys that she is really well placed in life, or her circumstances are really good, or anyhow, at least she portrays herself that way. She is very elegant. I mean, look at her shoes. I'm in love with her shoes, and I'm definitely not a shoes person. I'm more like a let's wear something comfortable kind of a person, but I love her shoes. They are super feminine and very practical at the same time. And she's also having that Torah scroll in her hand, which is again something very typically most high priestess cards will have this, the Torah scroll in the hand, and that talks about the hidden wisdom, right? Of the especially from that, the wisdom that comes from these ancient esoteric sort of texts, that sort of wisdom. And she sits on that crescent moon. So yeah, let's come back to that crescent moon. I love that crescent moon. I even drew it in my journal. I love it. I love how they've also got those round bubble things there. Again, it all brings you back to the underwater sort of feel that comes with it. And it's of course all about intuition, inner wisdom, feminine instinct, and that whole hat, shoes, dress combo. To me, it sort of, she's well put together. There's definitely, she's wiser and she's much better than most other people out there. That's kind of the feel I got. And then, of course, looking at the LWB, or the words that sort of stood out is, again, the young woman between the ages of 20 and 40. She definitely takes good care of herself. She has a warm heart. If she's single, she's popular among men, and when she gets married, she becomes reserved and passive. I found that very interesting, this little bit, that when she's single, she's a certain way, and when she gets married, she becomes a certain way. And she comes across very prim and proper and aloof. These were the words that even I sort of felt, and they were there in the LWB. So, what are the keywords that I came up with? Upright. This lady is super elegant. She is secretive and aloof. And her feminine instincts, she's got really strong feminine instincts. Now, feminine instincts is a very broad term. If you really look at it, it could represent intuition, it could represent femininity, it could represent that sort of gut instinct, like women know certain things just by being women, that sort of thing. And then she is also very intelligent. She has that whole air of intelligence about her. And then, of course, when we reverse this card, let's see what happens. oh boy, she's gonna fall off that crescent moon there. She's gonna totally lose it, isn't it? She is in disarray. Everything, all her thoughts, all her whole world, sort of inner world, outer world, all of it is in disarray there. She now becomes very manipulative, right? Because she uses all of that secret knowledge in a, well, bad way, really. She doesn't remain trustworthy now, this person, because she's full of secrets and schemes and plots and all of that. She is not a nice person in the reverse. I mean, taken to that extreme, she's not a nice person. But in one end, she is someone who has totally sort of lost control of everything around her. And so, what's her card story? Okay, this is what I wrote. I'm the best and I know it. It doesn't matter if the world has no idea of it, because soon they will. I know things, secrets, and hidden desires of the people I meet, and more importantly, I know how to use them. Still, I'm sitting on the fence about using or misusing such information. That's the kind of vague, I'm not too sure kind of air that I felt uh, came from her there while I was writing the story, because she's smart and she knows it. She is, she has that instinct, that feminine instinct, because of which she can guess or assess people when she meets them, and she knows how to use that knowledge, but she's still not very sure. She's very much like, sitting on the fence about whether she wants to use it or misuse all these talents that she has got. That's the story I got anyway. What is your story? What is your journal entry? What is your interpretation, keywords, and so on? Go right ahead, share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and use the hashtags hashtag learn this deck, hashtag the High Priestess, hashtag dreaming with tarot, and hashtag TaroticallySpeaking, so we can find each other and connect with each other and talk to each other and share our knowledge with each other. And together, let's learn this deck. Alright, I shall see you guys tomorrow again with another video with the next card, which is, you guessed it, the Empress card. Until then, stay tuned, stay cool, and be good. Bye now.